Boy, they try to get us on some other subjects, but it's time to welcome in one of my former teammates, Super Bowl champion, future Hall of Famer. He already knows it. Drew Brees. Super Bowl's 2 days away, and he'll be a part of NBC's team covering the game on Sunday. Drew, welcome to Speak for Yourself, big dog. So tell us about your work with Lowe's.
You know, it's been great work. I've been GM of the Lowe's home team the last couple of years here. Had a chance to participate in quite a few great projects around the country, especially in New Orleans. But 100 hometown projects. The name of the campaign is Home Team for Hometowns. And actually, we are partnering with an organization either in LA or Cincinnati, depending on who wins this Super Bowl, for the 101st project this year. So we're asking everyone to go online to Lowe's Twitter account and vote for one of these four organizations to be the beneficiary of that. Boys and Girls Club, Salvation Army, We Better Together, or USO. We're really excited about that campaign and really had a lot of fun doing that the last couple of years.
And that was a pro doing the Pro Bowl. We had some guys on here before just saying, yeah, it's cool working with them. Oh, I love it, Drew. Oh, man. Let's get to it, man. I know you're not just building homes post-retirement. Obviously, you're broadcasting now. We see you every single week doing it great. Talk about that transition. Talk about now having the mic in your hand instead of the football.
Listen, it's different, you know. I would say there are some carries over in regards to how you prepare. So I broadcasted Notre Dame home football games for NBC with Mike Tirico this fall, and that was a lot of fun. You know, I felt like I was on a journey with the team. You know, I had a vested interest in how they did each and every week. Feel like I had, you know, real good working knowledge of the team and just their journey. I had a chance to really get to know a lot of the players as well. So you really begin to root for guys because you begin to know them on a personal level. But I'd say broadcasting is a lot like playing the game, you know, in the way that you prepare. You know, I'm watching film. If I was playing, I'm watching film thinking about, you know, how am I going to attack, you know, this defense, or if I was this offense, this is what I would be doing. And so inevitably when you get in the game, it's obviously in real time and you're reacting to what you see. But at the same time, you're trying to, you know, prepare the fan and let them know exactly what you're seeing and give them insight into, you know, the mind of a quarterback and what you're thinking. You know, the studio work, having a chance to travel to Connecticut and NBC Sports Studios every weekend, work with Tony Dungy, work with Mike, work with Maria Taylor, Chris Sims, and that team. It was really a cool experience. Had a chance to go into a few stadiums during the playoffs with Jack Collinsworth and Rodney Harrison as well. So felt like I did a little bit of everything, you know. So you talk about, like, you know, developing some new skill sets and definitely challenging yourself. But it was a lot of fun.
Drew, I got to ask you a hard-hitting question, man. You've been in L.A. for several days now, but we're both Austin guys. Austin, Texas, or L.A., big dog? Which one?
Not
what
close.
city?
Not
what
close.
city?
Not close.
Dude, it's not even close. Austin, Texas.
Oh,
man.
come on. What the?
Austin, Texas.
Wow, where?
Austin different, bro. Austin special.
What?
Okay. Hey, well, don't throw San Diego, California in there because then you might get a different answer. No, that's Austin has grown like crazy though. Acho, you know, like it's. When's the last time you've been back?
I ain't been back in a year, but when I was there for college, the population 800,000. Now it's over 2 million. Drew.
Hey.
Listen, I lived there from 1987 to 97. And it was. I mean, we were kind of a small, sleepy town in Central Texas, you know, kind of marching to the beat of our own drum, you know. And then all of a sudden, it's insane. Well, you got everybody from LA is moving out there.
Facts.
Wild style. Are you next?
I know a few of them went. If anything, like you said, San Diego will grab my heart a little more.
Hey, Drew, real quick. I like that wild style nickname though, Drew. I need your best Marcellus Wiley story.
Oh, damn. You gonna do that?
Look, I think he had one of the best sack celebrations that hasn't got enough credit. In fact, I think we need to pull up some highlights. I think we need to show the fans what they missed out on back in the early 2000s with Wild Style. We had some good sack celebration.
I love it, man. I love it, man. Tell me this. One, are you staying in New Orleans? Where's home for you? Because we've just named 5 different cities. Where are you home?
You know what? I've got a connection to a lot of places.
Yeah.
But no, we still have a place in New Orleans, and I'm going back quite a bit. Still have a lot of great friendships there. Still very tight with the organization, obviously. have a lot of charitable endeavors happening there as well. We're in San Diego currently, but I find that with this job and with a lot of the things that I'm involved in and just a lot of my passions, it's requiring a lot of travel right now.
There it is. There it is. Okay, before we get to the Super Bowl, we got to talk about our Chargers, and they got a quarterback there by the name of Justin Herbert. And I just want you to tell us what you see in him and what is his potential.
I think he's a stud. I think he is going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league here over the next 10 to 15 years. In fact, when you look at the entire AFC, you got Mahomes, you've got Herbert, you've got Josh Allen, you've got Joe Burrow. I mean, these are going to be some fun playoff battles here for the next 10 years in the AFC with all these guys. But I think what tells me a lot about Herbert too is he had a lot of success as a rookie, and I think a lot of times you see at times the sophomore slump, but we didn't see any of that, and I think that says a lot about just where he is mentally. I think that he had great influence. Joe Lombardi was his offensive coordinator this year with the Chargers, came from the Saints, brought in an offense that I really think fits his skill set. I really like Brandon Staley as a head coach. I think he's building a culture there that those guys believe they can win. And certainly you need a guy like that in order to do it.
Drew, let me ask you this, man. Joe Burrow, measurables, not that crazy, right? But he just has it. Whatever it is, he has it. It makes everybody around him better. How would you, a future Hall of Famer, one of the best that's ever done it, how would you define that it that Joe Burrow has?
Yeah, so a lot of intangibles. There's a presence about him. I think when he steps in a room, I think you can just watch the way everyone reacts to him. I think it brings out the best in them. It makes them want to be the best version of themselves for him. I think they have a lot of belief in him. They understand that within the framework of the locker room or the offense, like this guy gives them the best chance to win at any moment, and they're never out of it, right? And a lot of it's his poise and this calm, cool demeanor and this composure and this confidence. But it's funny. I had a chance to talk to him last week. It's going to be part of the broadcast on Sunday. But I asked him what kind of gave him that confidence and that belief. And he said, being in a lot of competitive situations as a kid, playing a bunch of different sports and just having that exposure. Obviously, he loves sports, but I think he's used to being in those situations and he's used to finding ways to win. And they've built a really unique culture there in Cincinnati. It's a lot of young players, and it's a lot of guys that came from winning organizations. Whether you look at college, half their team has come from Ohio State, Clemson, or LSU. And then the free agents, they were pulling from, winning organizations, great cultures, the Steelers, the Saints, and others. So everyone in their roster is used to winning, right? So the Bengal perception that maybe a lot of fans have, like, oh, this is amazing. Well, look at where these guys came from. Look at, their lineage. Look at the cultures they came from. They're basically just building what they're used to.
Man, quick one right here, because these are two guys, first time in the Super Bowl. You've been there before. You felt the confetti. You won a Super Bowl. Most difficult part about playing and winning the Super Bowl?
It's funny because you go into the game and you recognize that it's the biggest game of your life, and yet you're trying to sit there and tell yourself that it's just like any other game, right? So it almost takes 2 weeks of like tricking your psychology in order just to be able to go out there and relax and play the game. And I remember being really nervous for the first drive of that game, and then after that first drive, I think just something just clicked, and I realized, this is just like any other game, and just be yourself. And after that, people talk about being in that state of mind that's like flow. Like I just remember being in a state of mind where everything was just rhythm and flow. And even just looking back on it now, like that felt so good to be in that place. And then all of a sudden, here we were holding up the trophy. But it was an incredible moment.
Man, we truly appreciated Drew Brees coming on the show.
Legend.
And enjoy the rhythm and flow of this Super Bowl on Sunday, big dog.